Hey lovelies, it's Kate. Welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. I've missed you all so much. I've missed building and I'm back with another build. My last build was a mansion for a gardener, and this house is also a house for a gardener because I'm still not done with the amazing greenhouse haven kit. I've really enjoyed to create my last build, which had a huge focus on gardening, and I just wanted to create another house using the kit and some other packs. This build is really dark and modern, so my last one was more warm. There were lots of wooden tones, and this one is like more edgy and modern. I've used the windows from the greenhouse haven kit here mainly. They come in different sizes and they generally look amazing for this type of style. I feel like this type of style is generally super popular. Like you see all these real life houses on Pinterest, also mostly farmhouse conversions, and this type of window is perfect for this type of style. So if you are into this type of house, I can really recommend you get the kit just for the windows alone. And the big window in the center is from Growing Together. I just kind of had to use the window like this again. I just sized it up and placed it up there. And yeah, I'm sorry. I just felt inspired to use this window again. I promise for the next build I'm not going to do this. But I just had so much fun building this. And I've used all the windows in all kinds of different combinations. And there's also a really eye-catching pool. And yeah, I just hope that you will enjoy the video. I hope that you will enjoy the build. And yeah, I just love the greenhouse haven kit. Also, in case you've missed it, I've released a new CC set. It's for creating amazing patios, so you can furnish your patio, and yeah, you can grab it from my Patreon. It's patreon.com/KateEmerald, and it's in early access until May 31. Thank you so much for your amazing support. So back to the build. I've just now built the pool, and I wanted to have more dimension, more complexity, and the problem is I've used all these windows and you can see that they perfectly match the wall height, so there's no gap at the bottom or anything. So I wasn't able to add a platform because when you do this it's just looking super weird, but I also didn't want to compromise on the windows. I wanted to use them this way, and this is why I just wanted to add something else instead of using platforms. And as you will see, I'm just going to use the basement tool, and I've built a basement around the pool, and I'm going to remove the ceiling, and this way it just looks more complex and fun, and your Sims can just hang out at the bottom and sunbathe. And I just had to do something. Like here I was experimenting with some platforms, but as I said, it wasn't really working out. And I also feel like the windows are super important here, not only because of the greenhouse section on the left side, but also for the general look. And here you can see how I'm working on the basement. And what I like to do in a case like this is I just raise the platform in the basement. This way the height difference isn't too crazy and it's not looking too weird, because I feel like if there would be like a super deep room right next to the pool, the look would be very different. I've added some stairs, so this is purely decorative, but I also think it's kind of cool because when your Sims chill down there and sunbathe, they have a view of the pool, so it's like some type of underground pool basement thing, and it's looking super cool. And I've then just expanded the build both in the back and front, and it's not too big, but I've managed to squeeze in 3 bedrooms. There are enough bathrooms, so you can use it for family gameplay, but the focus is gardening. So I'm going to place so many objects for gardening in this house. There are so many planting pots in the garden, so Sims can grow their own fruits and vegetables and just everything. And there's also a greenhouse section which is directly attached to the house. And then at the top, where I've used the sized up windows, you will see this area is not fully closed. It's technically part of the outside, and this is where I've also used it to place more planting pots in there. I just wanted this to be all about gardening, just like my last house. And someone was leaving a comment that there's like truly enough space for gardening, and I also wanted to make sure that this is the case for this house, because I feel like if it's really a house for a gardener, there have to be enough planting pots and just everything, so the Sims can really be a gardener. As I've said in my last video, you can get really rich in this game if you are gardening. I've always done this. Like whenever I was playing without any cheats, I always had a gardener Sim Sim because you can make so much money so easily. I feel like when you just go for promotions and stuff, it's not as much money. And I mean, you can tell that I really enjoy to build mansions. And whenever I was playing without any cheats, I would like create one sim. The sim would move into a really small house, like a small lot, and I was building a really small house, and you all know the drill. You might have to sell a window in order to buy food, or in order to afford a toilet for your sim or something. Like, this is how it goes in this game when you just play without cheats. And then I like would slowly grind for money, maybe as a gardener, or maybe I would just let my sim do a job and wait for promotions and everything. Then I would find a spouse, and then I would like slowly expand the build, let them move onto a bigger lot. And then at some point I wanted to have a gigantic mansion, and I wanted to do all of this without cheating. And I kind of feel like that some of the stuff in this game is not expensive enough. When I was creating the Millionaire's Mansion, you really have to add so many really expensive weird objects to a house in order to make it like super expensive. And I feel like all of this is kind of too cheap. It would be cool if it would be a bit more difficult. Like, it should be really hard for a sim to have a house like this. Maybe it's something that can be like acquired in one life if the sim is doing a great job, or maybe only in the second generation, so you have more goals when it's all about becoming rich and having a big house in this game. Because whenever I was doing this, I felt like it was too easy, maybe also because of gardening. I don't know if this makes sense and if you can relate to this, but I always wished that some aspects were like more difficult, so it just takes longer. So when I have one mission, I can like spend weeks until I accomplish it, and not like a day or something, like a couple of days. And yeah, the kitchen. I've at first wanted to have a really modern and cool toned interior, lots of whites, grays, and blacks. But then I thought, okay, I just wanted to have some wooden tones as well. So I've used this floor and also the wall decoration from Dine Out, which I really love. I've kind of used it as a kitchen backsplash, and I've then changed some of the windows. This is something I rarely do because a house is supposed to look good from the outside and then you make it work on the inside. And yeah, but I just changed the windows because the window was kind of behind the counters, so I've used the shorter version for a shorter wall height here. And I've also included a dining table, a bar, just anything a Sims would need. Also, I don't know if you've seen this, but there's a poll going on currently where you can vote if you want to have a kit which is inspired by building castles or a futuristic building theme. I've voted for the futuristic theme because I love modern architecture, I love futuristic vibes, and while I love castles and medieval architecture and everything, you just know that I just love anything modern and all of that. So this is what I voted for. And there's also a poll for a casket or two caskets. One is, I don't even know, it looked colorful and kind of sporty. I don't even know. I didn't even look closely because I instantly voted for the Goss one because this is just my jam, and this is what I voted for. Let me know what you voted for. You can find the poll on Twitter. The Sims posted the poll. I'm kind of sad that it's only supposed to be a kit when it comes to the building themes, because I feel like futuristic themes and even a castle theme, like, this is so popular, especially the castle one probably, and I think that this one is going to win. Like, you need so many objects for this, and I just don't think it should be just a kit. Like, this is not right in my opinion. I mean, when we think back to Courtyard Oasis, it implemented a whole style with only a couple of objects, but I think this only works if they only include like built by items for the exterior mainly, and then some stuff for the interior as well. But you couldn't really create a complete Moroccan looking house without all the columns and fences in Courtyard Oasis. I mean, you can technically do anything, but I mean, you know what I mean. This is kind of what made the pack so versatile and what allowed us to just use a couple of objects to create a whole Moroccan palace, which was really great. So you just know how much I love the Courtyard Oasis kit. But I don't know, maybe they do it right again. Maybe it could be just as good as Courtyard Oasis, but generally castles and futuristic themes, like this is just such a gigantic, amazing topic. Like think back to the pack for Sims 3, Into the Future or something. I always forget the name, but the future pack that we got in The Sims 3 was so amazing, and it was a whole expansion pack, and now it's just supposed to be a kit. I don't know, we will see how it's going to be, and I'm also wondering if they're going to release all of the kits and it's just a matter of which one is going to be released first, or maybe some votes are really bad, like only in favor of medieval, for example. No one really wants a futuristic kit, maybe they wouldn't release it. But I just wonder if all of these are happening either way. And yeah, I'm just excited either way for new content. You just know it. I mean, the Greenhouse Haven kit is a good example that a kit can be really fun, just like Courtyard Oasis. And I know a lot of people love it. But yeah, we will see. Let me know what you think. I mean, I know that kids are generally a controversial topic. I know this, but besides all of that, which topic do you like more? Do you also think it should be expansion pack and all that? Let me know your thoughts. I'm excited to hear what you think. And yeah, this is one of the bedrooms. I wanted this to be warm and cozy. And yeah, there's a gigantic glass door. The glass door is part of Greenhouse Haven. As I said, you can totally use the windows and also the doors for this modern type of style. And yeah, it's a bit weird because you can like look straight into the bedroom. But I was just going for this vibe, and it's just The Sims. It's not realistic. This is a kid's room. It's colorful and a bit random, maybe for an older kid, like not exactly a really young kid, like maybe some type of coming of age room. It's like a mix between a typical kid's room and maybe a teenager room, like this type of vibe. And I just wanted this to be very colorful and happy. And I then placed the planting pots in the little areas at the top where I've used the window. And then this room, I turned it into a really compact teenager room. I've just used this little nook to create a walk-in closet, and I've then placed a small bed, and it was really hard to work with the floor plan when it came to this room. Like from the get-go, this room was super weird, like the shape really slim, not big, and at first I wanted to turn it into a bathroom, but I totally wanted to include another bedroom, so this is why I've decided to just create this really spectacular floor plan inside this weird room. Like I've used a wall as a room divider and some windows to make it work. It's like really confusing, but I hope you like it. And yeah, this is it. You can here see lots of screenshots. This build is available in the gallery. My ID is KateEmerald. It's CC free, it's unmodded. You can just grab it from the gallery now, or you can grab the tray files from my Patreon. You can grab it on patreon.com/KateEmerald, or tray files are in early access for 2 weeks. And you can also grab my brand new CC set from Patreon, and also all the other CC sets, because like the other ones are already public. So you can just go to my Patreon and you will find so many free tray files and also some CC sets. And yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video. A big thank you to all my Patreons and YouTube members. A big thank you to anyone who's watching this video and who is leaving a like and a comment maybe. I just hope that you are doing all so well. I can't wait to build the next one. I promise it's not going to take as long this time around. I'm really excited to build something, and yeah, I love you all so much. Thank you for being awesome and for being here, and I hope I see you in the next video. Bye bye.
Me wind and rain, you're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby, and twist myself at the spine. whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here